We did it for women, we can do it for sharks. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's gotta be up the crack. What do you mean? What? Are you gonna like cut off parts of me? Today, we're reacting to funny memes.
Good afternoon, ladies. Where can I start you off with today? Coffee? Cocktails? The manager? This is not funny.
Bro, they're literally built like Karens. Every single one of the people in your friend group have the Karen haircut. You should like rethink your friend group. Unless, I feel like Karens are the only type of people to empower each other. Nobody likes a Karen except a Karen, so it makes sense.
If humans colonize another planet, what should be the very first rule we all agree to uphold? Automatic death sentence to anyone who damages the dome wall with malicious intent.
Literally.
Getting my doors professionally refinished was the right choice. Landlords should be banned from buying paint. Jaws did so much damage to the public image of sharks. I'm surprised they haven't sued for defamation yet. Who's gonna sue for the sharks? Are we really doing this again?
Bro, they need to have the sharks unionized and we get a shark lawyer. And it's like, shark rights. I mean, we did it for women, we can do it for sharks. That's all I'm gonna say.
He refused to let a robot control his food. Titanic wrecked to be visited by another billionaire. 2 years after Ocean Gate disaster. Why would they do this? Like moths to a flame.
The billionaires yearn to go down to the depths and explode and die.
I'm still this old. I can hear the magnet door opening and closing. Welcome to 2025, where actual piracy sites have less ads than YouTube now. I find it manipulative that our angry side is always seen as our true colors, as if being happy and kind means we're being fake. Well, both sides are you. It's just different parts of you. If you were kidnapped, how much can your circle of friends raise for your ransom? Awareness. They can raise awareness.
True. I don't think I know anybody that has rich friends right now. They're gonna be on the street asking for pennies. If you're being held hostage, they're gonna be like, maybe we gotta start one of those fans. The only ones.
Dentist, you're brushing your teeth wrong. Nutritionist, you're eating wrong. Parents, you're living wrong. Liquor store guy, excellent choice. If nukes fly, can it be in the morning? I just don't want to work all day, then just come home to nukes. The sign advises people to be cautious of cats that might jump out at you. Men are so simple. I fed him, turned on Spider-Man, and now he's laying with my Hello Kitty blanket. Not a thought in that noggin. Women really can't comprehend how easy it is to please a man.
Men just want to chill. They just want to get home, have a nice meal, maybe play some video games, and chill. Me too, honestly. This is all you need to give a man to make him happy. Just give him his little game, his little Xbox or PlayStation or Switch or whatever, maybe a PC, give him a little blankie, and just give him a little bit of fruit snacks or some Chucky milk, and he's happy.
8-year-old me, not a cell phone in sight, with a can of hairspray and a lighter, just absolutely living my best life, possibly the best hummingbird feeder. If you're having a bad day, just remember, Vienna Airport has a desk for those who arrived in Austria instead of Australia. Guys get one good year in their life and live in nostalgia for the rest of it. The fact that walls get dusty is ridiculous.
Wait, you guys remember 2016? I feel like 2016 was a really good year. If I had to live in 1 year
and live in nostalgia for the rest of it.
1 year for the rest of my life, I'm living in 2016. That was a good year.
The fact that walls get dusty is ridiculous. You're vertical. Act like
literally.
Tumblr constantly has gems like this, where someone says something seemingly inane, but it's actually a thought we've all had at some point in our lives. Me, trying to stop the gorilla from fighting the stupid 100 men provoking him. He'll just get shot like Harambe if I don't.
Harambe? Why'd they have to mention Harambe? I'm gonna cry. I miss Harambe.
Going to steal the sea. My grandson works at this location. Please remove the sea from the side. I will buy you some small armor so you can travel with me. Yeah, go ahead. Awesome.
Oh my god. Did they have armor for cats in medieval times? Is this accurate? I've never seen cat armor before. I feel like this is something I need to research.
Buy you some small armor so you can travel with me. Yeah, go ahead. Awesome. Japan's startup unveils 15-foot robot suit for space exploration. Missing teen girl gets engaged to the cop who searched for her 15 years later.
That's
Can't
crazy.
even rescue maidens from dragons anymore without people calling it problematic. Making internet friends is cool until they say, bro, I'm in your city. Enjoy. In The Godfather, the cat Marlon Brando holds wasn't planned. It was a stray from the Paramount lot. Brando picked it up on the spot, and its purring was so loud it nearly buried his line.
Bro just found a cat in the parking lot. It's like, all right, you're part of the movie now. You're gonna be a main character now.
No way this woman left her house without noticing she looked like Austin Powers. Your parents are going to be home in 10 minutes. What do? Come back in 11 minutes and ask them what's going on. How kids from 4076 describe the fall of the Roman Empire, knowing they was chilling at home reading stone tablets and shooting blanks to Cleopatra. My dad and his buddy playing Sega in 1992. Me gets on the floor to do crunches. My dogs thinking I got on the floor to cuddle.
Literally! Why are you getting on the floor to do exercises? You're supposed to be on the floor to cuddle and play. You're supposed to get one of those freaking ropes for tug-of-war and start playing.
The newest version of ChatGPT passed the US medical licensing exam with flying colors and diagnosed a 1 in 100,000 condition in seconds. I can't wait for the future where Dr. Bot can almost instantly diagnose a rare and hard to detect condition. So Insurance Bot can deny coverage for the treatment much more efficiently.
And then they deny it, and then you owe like $1 billion and you might as well just die. That sounds about right. But then we need to make a robot that can like counter the robot and manipulate the other robot to doing it anyway.
My mental health versus my advice to others. Forget everything you learned in college. You won't need it working here. But I didn't go to college. Well then, you're unqualified for this job.
Literally! Why do they say that college is a waste of time? And then you don't need college, but then you go and try to get a job without college. You're like, hey, why did you not go to college? What were you doing? You're like, oh, I don't know. I didn't go to college. Screw you!
Notice until I stole the pen. Good work, Jerry. He brings me beer. I steal his pen. Jerry is my favorite bartender. My dad believes the ultimate status symbol a person can have is the size of their TV. How big is the TV? A paltry 55 inches. Please don't be disappointed in me. Could you buy a magnifying glass too?
Oh my God.
Boss and I are resigning at the same time, just to find ourselves working at the same company yet again. Your soulmates.
You better not have any beef with him because I guess he's gonna follow you around forever.
Ex-coworker had a baby and named it Link, and I asked if it was inspired by Good Mythical Morning or Zelda, and she said no, it's to honor Abraham Lincoln. And I thought
God.
Anyway, she just had another baby and named it Zelda.
She was lying.
Right after she named the baby Zelda.
She was lying. There's no way she was not lying.
Your shoes are on the wrong feet. I don't have any other feet. Fair enough. My iPhone 13 battery bulged when I was trying to order 17. Oh, you're leaving me? I'm pregnant. Internet. You live in the best times in human history. Be excited. How 90% of young guys live.
This is true. But why is there so many tissues? What is that supposed to mean?
Comparison of North American bear claws.
Oh my God.
That thing I could have done right away, but didn't. Now it's a big problem. Computers used to scream out in pain when we connected to the internet. This was a warning, and we did not heed it. Can I interest you?
Look where we are now.
If you get promoted as a garbage man enough times in New York City, you have to dress like a general.
That's so cool though. How about you're a freaking garbage man for like 20 years and then you're like, hey honey, check me out. Now I get to look like a freaking army general.
Turns out, if you tell them you are hosting a party instead of a wedding, the cost to rent the venue is 90% less.
Really?
Am I here because I wasted my life making memes? Hundreds read your memes every day. You're in hell for wasting their life. I went to Waffle House for the first time to see a fight, but nothing happened. If you notice a foreign tourist in a Waffle House, it is your American duty to start a fist fight to ensure they get the full experience.
True. And you need to like get some speakers out, start blasting music. You gotta start throwing food. You gotta make the real full experience, okay? You gotta give somebody a wedgie too. Like, it's gotta be up the crack.
The spoonful of honey I just had is the best darn honey I've had in my life. Find me the bee who is responsible. Blushes. If life is a never-ending loop of dirty dishes and laundry, then that means life is a never-ending loop of home-cooked meals and comfy, clean clothes.
True.
Overheard after helping elderly ladies find their stop. See, I told you to ask the goth girl. Goth girls are always nice. I told.
Is this true? Is this why guys always want to get with a goth girl? Is it because they're so nice? Maybe they cracked the code.
My best friend of 6 years that I want a boyfriend, and this guy said, I volunteer. We are not friends anymore. Honestly, those work out pretty well. Are you sure you don't want a best friend for life? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? If I was interested, I would have pursued it a while ago. Dude was ugly. I'm not gonna. Damn.
Oh my, you're calling him ugly? Hey, he's probably a nice guy. Come on.
My technician leaves me notes about things I should know before I enter a patient's room. I think my technician needs a raise. She is his wife, not his daughter. Wouldn't that be a compliment though, because she looks young? Unless she looks a bit too young and he looks old. Anyway, is this nature's way of joking around? Golden yellow cryptocrystalline fluorite surrounded by quartz crystal points. Egg. Why are bugs so
egg. That is an egg. Egg.
Crystalline fluorite surrounded by quartz crystal points. Egg. Why are bugs so obsessed with looking like plants? Be yourself.
True.
A bird wrote this. I was helping my 9-year-old son clean his room and commented, "You have way too much stuff." He says, "I don't have money. I didn't buy any of this stuff." Son 1, Mummy 0. Into radio. Chief, you're not gonna believe this.
Yo, they caught Waldo. Yo, they got freaking Waldo. I didn't even know this was possible. We got freaking Waldo.
We found Wally. We call it Wally in the UK, not Waldo.
Oh, Wally's lame. I like Waldo better.
Have to lock Wonton and Milo out of my bedroom at night. Behold the offering of toys they brought to my door. Through the night in an attempt to pay admission. Face alone.
That's
would work
so
on
cute.
Me. Don't put your drama on social media and then tell us to mind our business. Listen,
True.
I'm on season 3, episode 4 of your nonsense.
Literally, if you start giving me little breadcrumbs about like some crazy drama going on, I'm gonna be checking in daily for updates. You better be posting updates.
Safety standards in the 1960s.
That is crazy. You are going to fall off and die. What?
They were just doing anything. I like how the
Literally.
one is trying to protect the daughter there. That's sweet. Is my boyfriend broken? Why did you leave WrestleMania on for the rabbits? They need to learn to protect us.
True.
I'd rather it happen in my sleep, so I just don't know what's going on. Me, whenever my parents ask, what are you doing with your life? My goals are beyond my own understanding. Is there a specific post you still think about? I think about this one a lot. White folks be making 6 figures at jobs I didn't even know existed. So what do you do? You know the clicky sound when you use your mouse? Yeah, I install those springs. Pretty easy job. 148K a year.
148K a year to put in the springs? Can't like a robot do that? I feel like that's one of those jobs where they're like, you're gonna be replaced by AI. You don't even need AI, you just need a robot.
My literal wife, who married me and loves me, called me sexy 4 days ago, and I'm still riding that high. Men get 1 compliment every 3 to 5 business years and live off it like camels. If you're a giver, remember to learn your limits, because the takers don't have any. If you knew me before my 20s, you never actually knew me. You knew season 1 of me. We were severely underfunded, and the writing team was going through a lot.
But now you're like leveled up, you know?
Printed $8 trillion, gave you 1,400, sent the rest to their friends, and left you with inflation. Well, thank you. Thank you for thinking about me. Cat's exhausted after a long day of you at work. When my wife was pregnant, I asked the midwife how many babies she had to deliver to become a full wife, and she showed my wife a look as if to say, you poor thing. I lost all my Marlboro points when I stopped smoking for top surgery. Now I have to chain smoke again.
180-day inactivity point expiration? They take away your points? Come on. You could have spent those points on something. How much is 13,000? 13,000? What can you buy with 13,000 points? Probably like a freaking car.
If your website says cool for price, I'd rather just never visit your site again. Does your drugs contain unhealthy gluten, sugar, or MSG? Not sure?
No.
Bring it down to your local police station and they will test it for free. No appointment necessary. 1 minute you're young and cool. The next you are excited you can cook 2 different things at once in your crock pot.
I didn't even know we had this kind of technology. You're telling me I can make eggs and meatballs? What if I make meatballs and more meatballs? What if I use the divider but cook the same thing? Are they gonna arrest me?
I just walked into the kitchen to discover my boyfriend grating cheese directly into the dog's mouth.
I wish that was me. I wish I was that dog right now.
Richard Harrison's son rejects Dumbledore's role. In a recent interview, actor Jared Harris revealed he had no interest in playing Dumbledore in the upcoming Harry Potter series. His late father, Richard Harris, originally portrayed the beloved character in the early films. I don't get it, Jared said. The movies were fantastic. They should leave them alone. What's the point of a remake? Well, the point of a remake is to make more money.
True, we need to make as much money as possible without being original, so we must use reused content.
My bonus structure is based on the tickets I closed. Yesterday, a coworker's keyboard stopped working. He filed a ticket. Instead of replacing it, I stole the keyboard from the receptionist's desk and gave it to him. Now the receptionist filed another ticket. My keyboard is bussing. The more tickets I close, the bigger my bonus.
Bro, unlimited money glitch. Then you steal somebody else's keyboard, give it to her, then
plugging my manager's printer next. I guess they're not reindeer. My husband has been taking sailing lessons, and instead of putting it in our calendar, like a normal person, he prefers to stand up abruptly, stare out the window, and proclaim, I must go to the sea. The call of the ocean is one every man must answer once in his life. Last time I was on a sailboat, the boom hit me in the head. 2.5 years ago, a cashier told me I have a nice smile. I'm still riding that high since. You've got a nice smile. You're a dude. There is no threat to you when someone compliments you. It can actually just be taken purely as a compliment. Someone said he was complimented, and you found a way to victimize yourself over it.
Literally, this was not about you. Why'd you start like dumping all of your little issues? Chill out, girl.
Fun fact. Ancient Egypt lasted so long that ancient Egyptian archaeology was a career in
What?
ancient Egypt. All I can say is someone sure can strap down a tractor. The transition from sodium lighting to LEDs is especially visible from space.
Wow.
Chicago 2011 versus 2024. Relieved to see that the world did in fact used to be more orange and that I'm not going insane.
It was more orange. It was so orange, but now it's so white. Why is the world so white now? I don't like it.
Orange is nostalgic now. Librarian complimented the book I was checking out, like thinking the person who dances on poles is in love with you. 4chan is refusing to comply with the UK's new Online Safety Act. The site's been fined $25,000 plus daily penalties, but says it won't pay. Nothing more American than telling the British, screw you, I'm not paying taxes.
True.
When your wife explains all the drama at work, and it definitely sounds like she's the problem, but you have to be supportive.
This happens all the time when somebody tells me their drama. Like your friend starts telling you their drama and it's like, oh, you know, maybe part of that was your fault. But like, you can't say that or you're gonna like lose a friend. So you're like, oh, that sucks, man.
Amazon's proof of delivery photo, 10 out of 10. It should be illegal to take a nap and still have a headache when you wake up. Like, no, I shut it off and back on again. Why are you still here? I told my homegirl, I attract freak boys. She was like, you're a woman. You attract everyone. Then you choose to get with those boys.
True.
I damn near jumped out the car.
That's literally
Even
true.
happens in men's group chats. Took the dew back to the mountains. Heartwarming.
Wow.
This is beautiful. I
This
was
is
a driver 3
beautiful.
months ago. Please remove me from the group chat. 23 years ago, Linkin Park released In the End. Why does this look like it takes place in the same universe as Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
It looks like he's on Mars. I've never watched his music video before.
Unlucky. What about weekends? I work then too. I'm only free from 3:02 to 3:15 on the
302
first
to
Tuesday
315 on the first Tuesday of every month? Why so specific?
every month. Ah, damn it. That's when my monthly shower is. Autism didn't exist back in my day. Now get out. You know it's my train time. They're talking about each other. He's so dreamy, I think I'm in love with him. I want to tell her that I love her. I'm so nervous.
Oh my god, bro. You gotta put them in a group chat together and send this screenshot and be like, sort it out.
A horse walks into a bar. It is a bar for horses. Everyone is having a nice time. I think about this student email every day. Like Hamlet, I have hesitated to act for reasons I cannot articulate even to myself. May I have an extension on the Hamlet paper? They'll never find the body is a boring threat. Threaten that they'll never stop finding the body. They'll be recovering pieces of you for at least 3 months. You will be alive for at least 2 of them.
Oh
That's
my
terrifying.
god. That is actually terrifying. What do you mean? What? Are you gonna like cut off parts of me? They're gonna think I'm dead, but I'm not gonna be dead, but then I'm gonna be dead by the time they find all of me? That's some real messed up freaking serial killer stuff, bro.
Still fancy that cup of soup now? Yes, because I'm fully aware that liquids start to solidify when you reduce their temperature. Holds up ice cube. Still fancy that glass of water? My friend has 6 locks on her door. She said her theory is to lock only 3. That way, if a thief tries to pick the locks, he'll always be locking 3 of them, no matter how he does it. Painted some doors in my house black a while back, and they look really nice, but it's just the middle of the night and I've heard the telltale sound of my sister walking face first into a closed door. Got her Looney Tunes style. Apologies to anyone who ever thought I was cool and reached out to me, only to discover I am just a little weird hermit who can't carry on a conversation to save my life. Low-key hate having a body. It's so high maintenance. Wash this, eat that, drink, sleep that. It's all very stupid.
Literally, I don't want to do these things anymore. Why can't I just sit on my computer and play video games for like 30 hours straight? Why do I gotta go get a drink of Wawa? What if I don't wanna? They should make it so I can like just stop doing all that. Can I just become immortal? Thank you.
Are there science camps for adults? Like I just want to help someone dig up dinosaurs or count mushrooms or weigh turtles for like a week. My nephew just told this man in Chipotle, my auntie's body is not for your eyes. I was feeling so protected and loved till I turned around to see the finest man I've ever seen in my life.
Not the fumble. Not the nephew fumbling for her.
Gotta show my nephew a flowchart. I haven't seen you in weeks. Where have you been? Every hockey fight ever. Hit the lady at Chick-fil-A with a glad I could pleasure you after she said my pleasure. Sorry if I seem sad. I've got a new long sleeve shirt for fall, but I haven't been able to wear it yet because it's 94. Hypothetically, you get $1 million a day, but every day at a random point, time freezes and your subconsciousness is flashbanged by the entirety of Cars 2. You have to watch the full movie while no time passes. There is no warning for when it happens. How many days would you do this for?
I would do this for at least like 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like. At some point, I feel like it's gonna be, you enjoy the first or second watch, then you get tired, but the longer you go on, it's gonna be like, oh, this is more like tolerable. Like it's just like, oh yeah, this happens and this happens. You could probably zone out a little bit too, you know? I wonder, I could maybe do it a while. Is it controversial I do like 2 or 3 months? Can I like decide day by day how long I wanna do it? Or is it just like oh, you have to say how many days ahead of time? I feel like it really depends, okay? This is a big loaded question. I don't know how much I like cars too.
This is hardly that bad. I would do this until I'm sick of cars. I'll probably do this for a year, 365
A year?
And that's being greedy. Hell, I like cars. Cars 2 came out on my birthday. Wait,
I do like cars.
I'd probably watch this for the rest of my life. I am begging the men of this world to be normal. He was trying to have a conversation with you and saw you as an intellectual peer. Unfortunately,
Literally.
he didn't know you were just an evil Jezebel. What is a Jezebel? That seems like something religious, right? And so now his punishment is being humiliated and blasted on social media. Sad. Oh man.
Bro.
My grand's notice for leaving her work. Wish I was kidding on. Notice of termination of employment. The job's crap and I'm leaving. I'll no be back after June 30th. Can he wait? Today I learned that the French have their own version of LOL. It's MDR, which is short for mort de
MDR?
rire, which translates to dead from laughter. They even type MDR
But what?
the same way we would type lol the
That's a little cringe. That's not quite as cool as LOL.
It's fun sometimes. My husband immediately took the trash
Sorry,
out when
French
I
people.
asked him
Actually,
to,
I'm not
and
sorry.
my 3-year-old said, I'm so proud of you for listening. Seems like my job here is done. Cats
Yup.
never understand that you're helping them get their claws unstuck from fabric. They're just like, you're tormenting me at the worst possible time. I hate you.
True.
My aunt, who has never been married before, told my cousin braids aren't appropriate to wear for her wedding. I asked her what hairstyle did she wear when she got married. Now everyone is yelling. I was just asking a question.
That's the worst thing, bro. Whenever you ask a question or you're like trying to understand why something's like not allowed in your family, and then bringing up why that's not allowed causes an entire fight. You ruined the day. You might have ruined the entire week. And it's not even like intentional. You're just like, hey, guys, what's up with that? Why is that a thing? Ah, we hate you. Whatever, bro.
Me disabling ad block on a site that asked me to do so and see no invasive ad or pop-up once I refreshed the page.
Suspicious.
It's quiet, too quiet. In
Suspicious.
your last year of college, lose your student ID and get a new one. The expiration date will reset and you can get another 4 years of discounts.
You can do this and use it on freaking all the student discounts. You can get like Amazon Prime and all of those things. It's so good.
Name the hardest line in all of fiction. Easy. Your worst sin is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing.
That's crazy.
Stop, I don't want to think like this. Noticed that my vodka supply was dwindling. Confronted 23 and 17, who pointed the finger at 14, who guiltily confessed to making penne a la vodka several times over the last month. Didn't believe her? Watched
That's
her
crazy.
execute it flawlessly. I guess it's a TikTok thing. Imagine the pressure she was under making that pasta to prove her innocence. Probably felt like Iron Chef
my
in there.
God.
My husband just walked in and handed me a grilled cheese sandwich missing the top left corner. Every time he makes me
took a
toast or a
bite.
sandwich, he presents it to me with one bite taken out. He always says, I don't know what's wrong with the bread you bought. It's defective. I haven't had a full slice of toast or a sandwich at home in almost 18 years. If there are infinite words, every version of me chooses defective bread in every one of them.
That's so cute. I love cute couples that do cute little things. This is so wholesome and
The
cute.
Russian guy I hired through TaskRabbit to help me move is telling me all of the things that are wrong with my diet that are making me so weak. The Russian guy my
Awesome.
property manager sent to fix my shower's water temperature asked my boyfriend if the girlfriend wanted the water hotter. I wasn't home. Boyfriend said yes. Russian guy replied, the women, they prepare for hell.
You're saying that women take hotter showers because they're preparing to go down under? You mean Australia?
The real body count is how many people are in therapy because of you.
True.
I went to a psychic. I knocked on her front door. She yelled, who is it? So I left. Writers resisting the urge to develop a romantic relationship between a male and a... Wait, hold on. Maybe I'm just like reading this wrong, but is this person trying to say being straight is weird?
Wait, what? No, I think maybe they're saying like it's like hard to consume a media with a male and female character that doesn't end up with them being romantic. I feel like there's not a lot of times where there's like a male and female that are just friends. I don't think it has anything to do with being straight. I think it's just like a lot of the times there's a male and female like character, side character, it ends up being a little romantic. But it's also cool if they're just like friends and it's like a more slow thing. Maybe they can be romantic eventually. But like, I prefer the slow burn versus just like the, I'm so deprived and I love you. Like, that's a little cringe. Sorry.
The family I babysit for bought me a car for my 18th birthday.
Bro,
so
what?
thankful. I have a theory. Well, I kind of know what you're suggesting, but if she only just turned 18 now, before
that'd be
must
illegal.
Make the person, you know, I think you know what I mean. Our
That would
HP
be illegal.
hasn't been working
That would
for
be
a
very
month, and
illegal.
every manner of troubleshooting, resets, changing ink cartridges, didn't seem to work. After calling HP, they said the debit card on file had expired, so they manually disabled our How
they can do that?
In unrelated news, I'm radicalized. Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend and the actor that's portraying her in the Netflix series. A role she's actually suited for, and they fumbled.
Literally, she looks exactly like her. Who's the girl they picked? She looks nothing alike.
Spotify has removed more than 75 million spammy songs in the past year amid its crackdown on low-quality AI-generated tracks.
Yay!
So did they remove AI? Oh no. Did you guys grow up
Probably not. They probably removed a few songs that were actually real, and there's people that are mad about it.
terrified to share your most basic interests, hobbies, and tastes with family friends out of fear of getting ridiculed and mocked? Or are you normal? I guess I'm
not normal.
So autism is everyone being mad at you forever, and ADHD is everyone being disappointed in you forever.
True.
Apple has agreed to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing Siri of eavesdropping on people.
I knew she was eavesdropping, bro. How's she answer if she's not eavesdropping?
How the hell would she hear you say, "Hey Siri," if she
Exactly!
wasn't already listening?
How's
There's a
she
difference
not
between
eavesdropping?
active listening and just listening for a keyword. They're sibling tigers. Don't skip it, and you'll be showered with blessings tomorrow. This is why I read this, guys.
Hi,
I hope a
tigers.
blessing is coming for everyone watching this
Thank
video.
you.
Called my overweight female friend a hecking chonker today, and now she won't talk to me.
Why would you do that? The people that do not fear consequences of their actions and just do things like this, I envy them and I love them, but I also fear them. Like, how do you just say this?
Female friend was crying about how fat she was, and I was trying to comfort her by telling her that she didn't look fat, but she kept accusing me of lying. So I thought saying, maybe you're just a hecking chonker, and that would cheer her up and lighten the mood, but she just looked at me and left. I hope she realized that I was only trying to be nice and that she's being irrational. I am petrified of water. Even drinking it terrifies me. Who knew my stillborn child had... How? And
What?
that is where the horror comes in. How indeed.
What? That's how the horror comes in. How does that doesn't even work?
Treat yourself like I-80 and never stop working on yourself, no matter how much of an inconvenience it is for everyone else. How to be viral. How to actually make something valuable. I'm going to give you guys a blueprint if you want to be a millionaire. Make a product which you can make YouTube videos about. You know that katana guy on TikTok and YouTube who makes those videos with the mini katanas who sells them?
No.
Pretty sure that guy made like 12 million in sales in 1 year. That's crazy.
What?
Cheated again.
Wait, do I gotta get in the mini katana business? What do you mean mini katana man? I feel like I'm living under a freaking rock. Who's the mini katana man?
My 26-year-old girlfriend out of my Manhattan apartment in the middle of the night because I just learned that she cheated on me with multiple men. I gave her time to carefully pack her things and get dressed. Then I made her leave. She took an Uber home roughly 40 minutes from my dorm and staffed lobby to her home in the suburbs. She says it was bad of me to kick her out in the middle of the night, that it's unsafe for a woman, that her dad was very upset at me and her girlfriends all think I should have at least let her stay until Hell no! Here's my question. Do you think the Mets are going to make the playoffs next year, or are they going to blow it again?
Bro tells it his entire life story of like the last 48 hours. And he's like, all right, guys, what about the Mets? Are we believing in the Mets this year, or do we think they're not gonna make it?
I ordered a chicken salad. Look at it. Some
Holy chicken.
And still find something to complain about.
Literally, why are you complaining about this? Holy chicken jackpot. If I get a chicken salad, they give me like 3 pieces of chicken and then it's like 700 onions and lettuce. Like, I would be grateful. And they give you like 2 droppings of dressing. They don't even give you like actual dressing to put on. This is beautiful. Why would you complain?
During refurbishment of Paisley Abbey, Scotland, a number of the gargoyles had to be replaced. Being quite high up, it took a while to realize that the stonemasons had modeled one of them to look like a xenomorph from the Aliens films. The church saw the funny side. When you guys have fake conversations in your head, do you sometimes randomly say sentences out loud too? I was just tying my shoes and I said very sternly, I do know how ants work. This may be the most relatable thing I've ever read. I always catch myself in third person thinking, what am I even thinking about right now? Like, what is even the point? I'll be thinking about something really random and really niche in my head, just having a conversation with myself, and I'll just snap out of it and think, what the hell? I couldn't tell you I couldn't even give an example. I don't remember.
But those are like the most fun conversations, especially when you're like sleep deprived and you're just like, bro, what am I even thinking about right now? Freaking flying penguins in the Sahara Desert? Whoa, that's the best thing. You gotta be sleep deprived or like just woken up and you're like in a daze and you have the best conversations with yourself ever. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe.